Hi, this is L.PoornimaDevi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So in this last classes we have to discuss about the some university question papers. So what they have to be asked and how to answer that particular questions. So these are all already discussed. So in this session I have to discuss about the same end semester question. So in this they have to define the multiple different types of inheritance. So we already discussed about inheritance and how to include the inheritance in our program. So in this they have to ask about the different types of inheritance. So inheritance is nothing but it have both the superclass and subclass. So the or either a parent class or child class. We have to be inherit all the methods and attributes which are defined in our superclass. It can be accessed in our subclass without redefining that particular coding. So this is code reusability. So that's why we have to use the inheritance mostly in our Java program. So there are three types: single inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So single inheritance means, so that is class 1. So this is subclass and it have only the derived class. So that is the parent class. So this is parent class and this is child class. So this is single inheritance. So they have to ask what are all the different types of inheritance. So that's why we have to be define this like this. So this is the single inheritance. It have only one superclass and only one subclass. So we have to use either 3 attributes or 2 methods. So which is or defaultly we have to access these 3 attributes and 2 methods inside the derived class. Without redefining that code, we not need to rewrite that same code in subclass also. So we have to use just which is defined in our subclass, superclass. We have to access that inside in that derived class. So for that we have to use the keyboard as extends. So this is the process which we have to be used in our single inheritance. So most of the examples we have to see about the single inheritance. So the next one is multi-level inheritance. So in this multi-level inheritance we have to use the superclass and 2 subclasses. So this is derived class 1. So this is derived class 2. So in this multi-level inheritance we have to use one superclass and 2 derived classes. So this is the process in multi-level inheritance. So which attributes we have to define in our superclass. So it defaultly accessed in both the derived class subclass 1 and subclass 2. So this is multiple inheritance and then hierarchical inheritance. So this is superclass 1. So this is subclass. So this is subclass 2. So this is the hierarchical inheritance. So these are all the type of inheritance we have to be used in our program. Single inheritance, multi-level inheritance and the hierarchical inheritance. So in all the types we have to use the only one superclass, but we have multiple subclasses. So all the methods and attributes which are defined in our subclass, it can be accessed by the superclass, it can be accessed by the subclasses. So this is the concept we have to be used in our inheritance. So they have to write single inheritance, multi-level inheritance and hierarchical inheritance with the help, with the example, real-time example which is defined in our classes. So they have to write the definition for that particular inheritance and they have to define the diagram and the corresponding program which is defined in our class, which is already derived in our classes. So this is the process. So we have to be used in our inheritance. So there are 3 type of inheritance we have to be used in our syllabus: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance. So all they have one superclass and n number of multiple classes, but in single inheritance we have to use only one superclass and one of the subclass. So this is the process we have to be defined. So the main usage of inheritance is we need not to write the same coding in a multiple types. Just we have to write in a superclass process which we have to be accessed. Thank you.